Hey, tubes. Shelter wrong here. Truth and budget. Just a quick one. Observation. Observational. I've been working a lot, so sorry if you guys haven't seen me. I am burnt out. I'm so tired, and my gray hair is coming in nicely. Anyway, just a quick one. So, the ability. I'm already lagging out. The ability to listen and learn is a skill. It's a skill. Not everyone can listen. Not everyone is capable of learning. Generally, if you have problems with these two things, there's a deeper issue. Why am I lagging so bad? But these are skills that are supposed to be taught to babies, little itty babies. You are supposed to be taught how to listen and learn as an infant, as a child. One of the first things you should be doing is watching, listening, and learning. Unfortunately, a lot of these kids nowadays are not parented. They're just plopped down. They're given sat down in front of a TV, sat down in front of a device, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to kill time. Just great. Just have a kid kill time. Is that awesome? Isn't that a beautiful thought? Spending your childhood killing time. It's a nightmare when you really think about it. Because, being an adult, you lose years, you lose years of your life just working and doing it, and oh, wow, another year went by, wowee. Because, we go to work, we get out of work, we kill some time, we eat something, go to bed, and go back to work. Children shouldn't be living like that. They have so much. They have near infinite potential. They have infinite earthly potential. And instead of doing something with it, instead of taking that clay and molding it, just let it rot. So the end result is we have all these adults nowadays that can't listen and can't learn, and it sounds crazy. But literally, it's a skill. You have to learn how to be able to sit there and listen and not, be like, oh, my thought, oh, my thought, oh, my thought. And that's what people do. They can't absorb anything. And there's no, the whole Dunning-Kruger thing. There's no part of their thought process that is maybe, that stops the check, I'm getting ahead of myself. It would, like a normal thought process, you have, tiers, you have, filters, things, just basic, what was that? Did I understand the language? Do I know about that already? Things that happen instantly, that your brain goes through when you're processing, But anyway, these people are missing those filters. They don't have, that thought of maybe I don't know something here. Maybe this person knows something I don't. Maybe I don't know what's going on. They never have that part of their thought process of maybe I don't. They don't have that. They walk into every single situation, knowing everything that's going on. They know how to do your job. They've been here all day. They know everything about everything. How? Well, just is, I guess. And it really is actually literally retarded, because these people are too stupid to know that they don't know things, which is basically what, shorthand what the Dunning-Kruger effect is. They're too stupid to understand the depth of their ignorance. And these people just, go through it, that's why there's so many, car accidents, small microcosm. But anyway, this all, it's affecting all these kids, all these 20, 30-year-old and the younger kids, because that's what their parents did. They just sat them down and, they're like, oh, I grew up watching, Sesame Street, TV's fine. So they're watching, oh, excuse me. Oh, I got a burning lump here. So they grew up watching nonsense that isn't teaching them anything. And, other than they're special and they're the best and they can do anything, which isn't teaching. That's, blowing smoke up their ass. So now we have a bunch of kids that are, have think they're special and have, think they're brilliant, have these huge egos when they haven't accomplished anything. You gotta do stuff and know stuff to, throw your weight around. Otherwise, you have no weight to throw around. But we have all these empowered idiots. It's just, it's by design. Nothing we can do about it. This, other than, we're all kind of along for the ride at this point. But it's just, I don't know. I gotta say something about it. It starts when they're little itty bittens, when they're babies. You have to teach them how to sit, listen, and learn. And people stopped doing that. They'd rather go play video games while their kid watches TV, I guess. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. But anyway, that's where we're at now. That's if you're ever wondering why everyone is like really deeply, dangerously stupid, it's because they actually lack the ability to listen and learn. They're just going to walk into every situation thinking that they know what is going on, and if they happen to fall ass backwards into finding out how to do something, well, then that just reassures them. Like these people that are proud of the fact that they taught themselves how to do something, even though they do it at like 1% competence. Like it takes them 10, 20 times longer than someone who's like marginally okay at it to do the same task. But they taught themselves. They're self-taught, so I'm real smart. I taught myself how to do this. It takes me like 4.5 hours, and it should only take 45 minutes. But I taught myself. I don't need nobody to teach me. Anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. Bunch of stupid empowered people, which is the most. In the 70s and 80s and all that, we had this whole big, love yourself, you gotta love yourself, you gotta love yourself, you gotta love yourself. So they just, rather than teaching children how to, learn and listen and, do stuff, they taught them how to love themselves. Worked out great. But anyway, old news, it is what it is. We don't control things. Satan runs the show down here. It's just, I don't know, felt like pointing it out. That's why we're here, because these kids who are now adults never learned how to learn. Never learned how to sit there, keep their mouth shut, and pay attention. And now it's everyone's problem. And now we got all these Brazilians here, which is great. Anyway, that's about it. I don't know. Love you guys. I got a vacation coming soon. Might do a little camping, Might do something fun, Might do a video where I have an axe or something. Haven't done that in a while. Oh gosh, I gotta sneeze. Oh gosh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, that's a thing you can do. Oh, there we go. It's a little better. Anyway, why's my phone geeking out? Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And I gotta either biff the intro or biff the outro. It's one or the other. You gotta. It's like my signature. Anyway, love you guys. Really do. Have a beautiful day and God bless you.